watched something berserk.
Berserk?
Yeah. The Deliverance on Netflix.
What is that?
I can't even. Okay. You may not know, or you may know if you listen to our podcast long enough, we're all sort of chickens when it comes to horror films.
Oh, yes.
But my husband and my son are not. First, I thought they were like redoing The Deliverance. I was like, wait,
Which is a horror film in its own way, right?
So I was like, wait, what is this? And then I saw Lee Daniels was attached to it. And Lee Daniels is the director of Precious and
The Butler, right?
The Butler and quite a few other things. So I was like, what? It is based off a true story that took place in Indiana. And it's basically a story of a demon possession.
Oh, my. Okay.
And there's layers in this, which make it interesting because Lee Daniels, of course, is not going to tell a straight story. And it has quite the ensemble cast. And Audra Day plays the main character, Ebony.
Ooh, she is
gorgeous and super talented. And her mother is played by Glenn Close.
Oh, interesting.
Now, this is a character that I don't know that we've seen in cinema portrayed this way before, which is a woman that is sort of seeped into the black culture, but is a white woman, only dates black men, basically then has mixed race children, and Ebony is her daughter, who then has her own black children. And so Glenn Close is the grandmother. And, there is this underbelly that they do so well of the trauma of that childhood that Ebony had with this mother. Both psychologically, physically, but Glenn Close's character has found Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, it's a good thing. I cannot give you some of the spoiler alerts that happen in this thing. So basically, fast forward a little bit. Monique is the social worker in it. And Monique is awesome. I know she's had issues outside, her actual acting within the industry, but she is fantastic. She just delivers. And Lee Daniels believed in her and brought her back in on this, which was well worth it. And the children at school, so Ebony's children are going to school and they have bruises on them. Now, there's such a weird, and I saw an interview with Lee Daniels where he said, she does hit her children, but she doesn't beat them. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting, semantics. Like, what are we talking about here? But basically, the demon is the one that's causing, true beating. So whether Ebony, because raised by her mother, Glenn Close, who calls her out on physically touching her children, she goes, well, I learned it from you. So it's breaking, your
trauma cycle kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is not for the faint of heart, this mother and daughter dynamic, okay? Because they go at each other. And Glenn Close, what ends up happening to her in this character, I don't know if she can get nominated for anything for this, but she should be.
Okay.
She must have gotten this script. There is one line when she is, I'm going to do one spoiler alert, when she is possessed by the demon.
Oh.
That is such a howler, flabbergast, what the F. When she read that line, she must have been like,
can I even say that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and there are quite a few moments like that. It is melodramatic. It is kind of crazy. But then when you go, wait, it's based on a true life story.
That is crazy.
Of this family in Indiana that it was documented by the local police and the local social worker and all that. This was a demon possession.
They actually said it was a demon possession?
Yes. So we're not going to take the children away from this family and all this. So it's rooted in a real life story. And then Lee Daniels put his big old spin on it. It is so well done. One of the characters, Stranger Things, Caleb McNally, plays Nate. Glenn Close, Monique, and Audra Day are the standouts. Miss Lawrence plays the part of Asia, and that is fabulous, best friend of Ebony, who is battling her own demons. There's demons on multiple levels.
Oh.
And that's really what the takeaway is. You have this supernatural demon, but you also have these practical demons of alcoholism, childhood trauma, single motherhood, which, and poverty, all these elements. It is, like I said, sort of berserk. I don't know in a movie theater
how that would have been.
I think it's so well suited for Netflix. I don't know that I would have gone to the movie theater to watch it, but I certainly was like, all right, what is this?
Okay, my question is, in terms of the horror genre, how was it for you?
Well, I would have been bad in the movie theater because I just recently watched what you recommended, Quiet Place Day 1. So good.
Yeah, really very good.
Oh, so good. But I did leap in my own living room, probably 7 times. So
in a movie theater. I mean,
Yes.
if you're with a crowd where they're into that, then it's fine. But
No.
sometimes if you're the only leaper yeller, it's
Yes.
bad.
I'm sitting next to Mark. It's like, good God. And,
Yeah, my husband Eric can't stand it when I have any kind of big reaction like that.
Oh, no.
Which is like, I can't help it.
I forewarned my family. When I go, if I'm going to sit through The Quiet Place and this with Mark, I'm like, I am going to leap. I'm going to yelp. So I'm going to cover my eyes maybe, because this one, unlike day one, which was alien and scary for that, and a lot of jump scares, this did have, like the exorcism, like demon,
Like creepy.
I'm gonna get John's scared. The weird voice. The Glenn Close looks so crazy. I can't even tell you what happens to her. But then there's also like a kid crawling up a wall, like,
Oh, God.
So I mean, there are things that freak you out. So this one actually disturbed me more, because then you're like, it's based on a real life story.
That seems crazy.
Oh. And of course, there has to be an exorcism, and so. All I will say, berserk, totally melodramatic. The undertone, the underbelly, if you can see beneath some of that, is truly interesting. And you see some characters, like I said, especially the dynamic of Ebony and her mother, played by Glenn Close, that I don't know for myself. I have never seen that portrayed on film before.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting.
And Glenn Close embraced the wig, the nails. I mean, she must have had a ball doing it. So fair warning, but it is a very unique film. And I
Interesting.
love Lee Daniels, so I just thought it was, that's why I was like, I'm just going to
Embrace it, yeah.
A leap of faith.
A leap of faith. Oh,
But it is like I said, berserk. So that's I'll come back. We'll come back around, but I have another berserk thing, but that's the one I've just currently talked
okay.
about.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
For the menu that you ate during that, was it order in or delivery?
Oh, gee, because it's the Deliverance.
What a stretch. I'm like, where is he going?
I love it.
Like, I need to have
That's really good.
calm
I don't have
stomach.
much more
Like,
jokes.
good job.
I'm
Good
not
job,
gonna
Ed.
watch it.
No,
and I'm
we're all
definitely not
chicken.
gonna order pizza.
No.
And say, also, I'm going to watch this movie.
No, I although
This room,
you're
no one's watching it, I know.
No, I could maybe watch it during the day, lights
Catherine?
on. No? Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, there are moments, it's so absurd, you will kind of almost howl, because it's crazy. And supposedly in the same interview that I saw, he had to pull back on something.
Pull back?
Yes. Because he was like, I don't know.
That's a bit much.
Yes, he's like, I don't know if I can get away with that. I'm like, well, you got away with a lot. So there you go.